Hello! Today we're going to work on how to establish shipping rates. So to do that, you're going to go into your account and you're going to slide down to where you can post a new product. So you go there, and what will come up is a new post. You can say what area it's going to go into. I'm going to be doing some duck eggs, and you need to fill out all this information before you go on to start establishing your shipping rates, but we're going to go right to that so that we can get to work and show you this one aspect of AgLink. So no matter what, when you're delivering, they can always come to your farm or operation and pick up your products. But you really need to think about how you can help your clients get these products, because they may not have a way of coming to pick up the product from you, and so you're really going to expand your market if you can do some form of delivery. So the first one that you might do is you might actually be able to take your produce and take it to them, and they need to get it off your truck. You don't have any way of getting it off the truck, but they'll have to do that. The second one would be that you'd be able to deliver it to them, and you'll have a method of getting your produce off the truck, but they're going to have to put it away. And the final one is that you're going to be able to deliver the product, you're going to be able to take it off the truck, you're going to be able to put it away and follow their exact instructions on how to do that. So you need to pick one of these. If your delivery is already in your price, you still need to establish how far you're willing to deliver. So you still need to go on and continue your chart, even if you just fill in your delivery distance. Once you've picked one of your delivery methods, and you have to pick from one of these three, the next thing you need to do is then establish your distance that you're willing to deliver and the prices for that, and also the range of quantity range you're willing to deliver. I think a good idea is to click on this calculator guide right here, which is can help you understand how to establish these rates. So I've pushed that button and it opened up on a different screen, but this PDF opens up, and the thing that I think you really need to read on this is this first line right here, which is the total cost of your product will be your net case price plus your delivery fee. I think that you need to really get that in your head, that that's what's going to happen. And the next thing I think that's really important to kind of get your head around are these things right here, which is, you know, how are you going to ship and what are you willing to ship? So if for you the distance, how far you go, is the most important thing, then that's what you're going to put down as your costs. But maybe distance isn't a problem for you, but really the amount of product you're delivering is going to affect it. So that's where you're going to put your costs. So we've given you a couple of examples here that are worth reading. You'll be able to establish, so on the first one here, you'll be able to establish the range of distances with different rates for each range. For example, 1 to 25 miles is $25, 26 to 50 is 50 miles, and then up you go. And then if your quantity is your limiter, then you will be able to establish the ranges of quantities with different rates for each range. For example, 1 to 10 cases is this amount, etc., etc., etc. So you really want to kind of get your head wrapped around what your limitations are and how you want to charge, and maybe it's going to be a combination, and this little form here will help you pull that combination together so that it makes economic sense for you to deliver the product. So let's try filling out this chart. You'll notice that there's a little cheater right here that gives you some ideas of what how you should fill out this form. So the first thing is really just the text, so you'll know what you're doing. So you can establish that you're going to be doing, 1 to 50 miles you're willing to deliver. You want to type in the word miles, and the maximum distance on this one is 50. and then the delivery, and that's just taken from this second column right here. And then the delivery fee for doing that, let's say, is, you'll charge them $30. So you go 30.00. And I always like putting in the zeros because it helps me to remember it's money. If you put in a dollar sign, it confuses the system, so don't do that. The next distance will be 51 to, and again, I've done this enough where it automatically knows, so it'll actually help me a little bit and say, oh, and then we can put in our miles there. Again, it's going to be 100 miles is the maximum distance, and the delivery fee for this is going to be, let's say, $70. And then finally, you're willing to do 100, and I don't think you should do 100 plus. I think you should actually say what the maximum is, because you're not willing to deliver to China. So, how far are your trucks willing to go? And so let's say you're willing to go to 500 miles from your location. So the maximum distance there, of course, is 500. And, of course, the delivery fee for that, it's going to be a little more expensive. It's going to be $140. All right, so we've established our distances, and we've put in exactly what we're willing to do on that one, and now we'll do the quantity, our cases. So you want to remember that you're probably not willing to deliver just one case. That you want to establish what the minimum number of cases you're willing to deliver. So I'm willing to deliver 10 cases. So I'm going to put 10 to 20 cases. And the quantity, the minimum quantity there, of course, is 10. And the delivery fee for those cases is going to be an additional $30. Now, because we're going to be willing to really have them pay less for delivering more, because we're making it on our volume, we can put 20 to 50 cases, and the minimum quantity there is 20, and we're actually going to charge them less for that because they're buying more. And again, we might go 51 to 100 cases, and there we're going to, the minimum there is 51, and the cost will be $26. Now, looking at this, I can see I've made a mistake. The first one is that this would be 21 miles, because that would be the next range up, and this needs to be a 1 there. And we need to add cases here, so make sure we fill out this thing right. So once we filled it out right, it looks good, we hit update our table, and it will start doing a calculation for us and pulling these two graphs together to give us a price for what will be the miles we're willing to drive and the distance and the number of cases we're willing to deliver. Now we can look at this graph and say, oh my goodness, I really don't like this because I really can't do 500 miles for $166. So we can go back and at any point and we can say, you know what, I'm going to change this to $250 for that distance, and ask it to recalculate, and the system will automatically go through and change the table for us. So there we go, we've added more, and now, yeah, okay, I look this over, I print it out, I maybe test it, give it to some other people to look at. Okay, great, this is what we can do our delivery for. We can go out and do some deliveries, and down the road, if you find that you're really losing money on delivery, you can change these numbers. And again, remember that what the customer is going to see is your case price plus the fee for delivery, and that's going to be their end price, and that's what you're going to be paid. We highly recommend that you do more than just pickup, because you're going to really expand your market, and you really must fill in something on these forms. So one column here and one column here. So let's say you've got your case price, but you've included delivery on it. Well, then just say 1 to 500 miles, and it's 50 cents, and the system will automatically see that, and you can put 10 cases plus, and then that's 50 cents. So it's going to add $1 to the system, another $1 to the total price, but then they'll know that you're willing to deliver in a certain range, and what your minimum order quantity is, and then off you go. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call or email us. Thank you very, very much.